Hello everybody, happy Monday, and I hope you're all doing well. Today we're taking this Boeing 737-800 flown by WestJet from Edmonton, Alberta to Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is of course the PMDG 737-800 that was released from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I gave my first impressions on it, and while they haven't changed much, I did have some time to reflect on it. It's not a bad aircraft, but it kind of just wasn't. It could be better. It could be better. Anyways, like I said, today we are taking this 737 from Edmonton to Winnipeg. So let's climb up aboard and get this started. All right, everyone, welcome aboard on the aircraft. Kind of improved a little. So we ended up getting chase plane in 2024. I previously had chase plane in Flight Simulator X, but never got it for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So I'm starting to slowly experience kind of what's new there. And as you have seen in the intro there, I did have the kind of cinematic mode, or cinematic mode is what it's called. And so I think that looks really good. I really do. Hopefully that will kind of improve the videos that we've got here today. So we'll be flying with some checklists. This is going to be hopefully as authentic as I can get. So yeah, let's go through that. So our pre-flight checklist, we've already briefed our flight attendants. We've got Jenny, or Jen, I think we called her in the last video, back with us in the cockpit. So we're doing good there. The cockpit windows are closed and locked because it's cold, and we're not going to open those because I'm not sure if we could open. Call sign is WestJet 482. Our oxygen. Is down here. Looks pretty good to me on my side. I think it's good on Jenny's. She'll check hers. And our supply should be good up top. The RRS selectors are on, and they're on now. They've done their thing. We're just getting this aircraft from a different crew, so it should be good there. Our window heat's gonna go to on. We're gonna turn all these guys on up top here. Pressurization is gonna be set to. We'll probably go to. Ooh, geez. I guess we could do it this way. Put it to 3.9 for now, and we'll find out if that's correct down the road. Auto throttle is... Our speed breaker lever is in the down heading. It's D10 on altimeter. So let's go pull the weather. First of all, pull that first. Our weather for Edmonton International, altimeter 2987. So we are not in there. Jeez, rough day already. Alright, 2987. Parking brake is going to be set. Engine start levers are in the cutoff position. Next, we're going to come over to the MFD. There we go. Sorry, the FFC. We'll go set that up right now. Alright, we're at gate 52. And that will match our last position. Our fuel off the seat. This whole trip, we're kind of estimating 3-4. Nothing crazy there. We'll tank her some fuel. We got the money for it. Welcome to WestJet. We'll go back in. Our route is freight upload. We'll hit load. It's loading. It's taking its time. There we go. Okay. Nothing more unchanged. We're going to handle departures. Going off runway 02. We'll take the gap at 1. And activate. Next. Our reserves will be 1 point to 1.2. Possibly. For this flight, our cost of this one. Our planned altitude is 330. We'll execute there. Which means we're gonna actually come back up to this top panel. 330 is set. Wait, verified that. And 1. That's good for me. We'll take off flaps 5. And our V1 is 142. VR is 144. And we'll be V2 at 151. Go to our leg. We go direct from Amrod port, and we are good right there. Alright, we'll put those all on. We'll check to make sure crossfeed works. We'll turn crossfeed off, and we'll wonder why we have so much fuel aboard. Let's see if we can fix that. Alright, so we went and fixed some things, and have discovered that our speeds may have been a little bit wrong. We're going to also turn on our flight directors. We'll do 145 plus 10, which puts us at 155. Alright. Our hydraulic pumps are going to come on, and doors will be closed, and then we can start our push checklist. Alright, so while everybody's got on board here, I'm going to start the here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we have kind of done all of our checks. We're looking at the top. Nothing looks out of place except for the APU. I believe it is not. We're going to turn those to off. And we are ready to go. So we'll get our push back over. Pushback is getting in position. Slowly. Very slowly. We'll turn the parking brakes off. And we'll wait for them to start pushing. Alright. Ignition right. And we'll restart. Alright, we got 2 clean starts, so we're gonna go generators on, turn the lights off, packs go to auto, anti-noise going on, we'll turn our heat off, these guys go to continuous, engine start switch goes to both, and everything looks good to me. So, we're going to go RTO. Alright. We'll start our taxi out. Get our taxi light on. Do a quick system check. We got left. We got right. We're going to verify final is in fact clear. We're on the other side. We'll just hold short really quick. Alright. When we turn on lights come there. Everything up there is good. Packs auto. That will go auto. Everything else is good. We've got everything good. here. Let's get on out of here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten up to level 330, and it's quite nice up here. Very nice and calm on one side, and nice and calm on one side. We're not going to talk about the other. I did want to talk about PMDG 737-800. And now that I've had it for a couple of days, and now I've had time to go around and really check everything out. Good. It's PMDG. It's kind of what you would expect most of the time. Just there's some textures that, if you look a little closely, don't look as great. And Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is a sim where if you put in the work, the thing looks absolutely fantastic. 2020 is around the same, right? But you know, 2020 is a good sim in general. 2024 makes it just a little bit better. The sounds are the big thing about this aircraft, like I said in my original video. Once you get past the sounds, it's kind of just another, like, it's built from the ground up. Okay, great. But it's just kind of another Boeing 737 that was remade and then remade and then remade, allegedly, into where we're at. So, I mean, 2020 was really good. 2024 is kind of not giving me that same vibe. Yeah, there's definitely some areas where it could be better. I was looking at some of the textures on this aircraft when I was on the ground, and the line work's not great, and there's some things that really could have been improved. And I feel like there was parts of this that was definitely rushed. There's parts of this that they actually took their time for, but all around, like, I guess for the price I paid, which was $30 US, so it was 40 something Canadian. It's not kind of like, it's not the worst thing, but all in all, when it's considering I've paid for the 2020 version, now the 24 version, and the sale price of it is what, $79.99. You know, I can't say if I had to pay full price for this aircraft I would in this case, right? I don't think it's necessarily there just yet. I'm sure that PMDG hopefully has updates that they are planning, and they're you know, listening to the community. Do I think that they are? Well, 50-50. But in terms of that, PMDG aircraft, if you have the discount, it's worth it. If you don't, maybe wait for an update or two is kind of my thing. I generally really like the iFly 737 MAX. They have a really good update that's on the way, that there's been a lot of photos kind of distributed and shared. And I think once that comes out, they're going to kind of take the market on this. So with that being said, we are direct to Fudgy. We're about just 20 nautical miles away, so we're not too far. And then from Fudgy, we're pretty quickly on our way to Winnipeg. Still got another 392 nautical miles to go before our top descent, but we are in our cruise. God, that sunset's nice. Anyways, back to it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to hit our top of the sun, and descending here. So we're going to go down to 11,000 to start off. This is a very typical descent into Winnipeg. As we start our descent, we're going to start doing all of our prep work. So we today are landing on runway 1. We'll be taking the ILS in. The course for runway 13 is 135, so we'll just tune that up into the course on this side, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. 135. We'll put the same thing in our heading, just on the in-case. So then we'll go down here. We're going to get a ILS of 1095. So we'll turn this into ILS at 1095. Put that in there. We'll swap that over to our active. Same thing here, 109.5, and it'll switch into the ILS. So got that both there. The elevation or the roll. Alright, so the elevation here is, sorry, 780. We'll put 784 in. We'll put enter. Alright, we're in primary. Supply slope of negative 3 degrees into the field, so pretty standard coming into the field. We're just crossing 27,000. So, alright, our altimeter is 3012, so let's get that all set up. 1112. 3012, there we go. All good and dandy there. Put out the spray brake shield a little just so we can kind of align to our V-path. Our V-path here is this little pink triangle down here. Hopefully very fully aligned. Runway 13 will come close right, so I'm happy to kind of take a long landing, get a taxi kind of into the gates that way. It'll give us a little bit of a short taxi landing that way versus trying to get off as soon as possible. We're just making our turn. Okay, we're going to go straight in at 3. Alright, 10,000 feet. Go landing lights on. We're going to go flaps 30 today for our landing. We're looking at a speed of about 145 knots coming into Winnipeg. Like I said, we're going to come in on runway 13, so we've set up everything on the MCP here. So we've got 135, 135, 135. 3,000 feet is our go around. So if we have to go on a missed approach, we would climb back up to 3,000. We're just going right down, run a controlled descent down to 3,000 above. Our landing light is on, and I heard the seatbelts go on too. All of our engine starts are in continuous. Everything else looks okay so far. We've got our ILSs at 1095, 1095 on both sides, and we've set up the auto land system, even though we're probably landing in most intercepts. And we'll continue our descent into Winnipeg. Flight 10 zone will be landing shortly. So at 9 nautical miles, we were at 3,400 feet. So we're still well on board here. We're lined up for the runway. We've got the glide slope going. We'll be aligning to shortly. We'll go flaps 30. And we have a master caution. Hydraulics, so it's just because we're on low fuel. Turn that off for now. It'll just be a fuel pump over here on the top. We're close enough to Winnipeg that if anything were to happen, we'd be able to land safely. So at this point, I'm not concerned about the hydraulic pump. For now. Famous last words, but as of right now, I am not concerned about that hydraulic pump. $1,000 check. We're stable. Flying lights are on. Gear is down. Flaps are set at 30. And we are at our reference speed. Check everything else is good. We have that master caution for the overhead, or for overheat. But we're still good to continue. $500 check. $400. $300. Approaching minimums. Minimums. Minimums continue. $100. $50. Over the numbers. $30. $20. $10. First thrust. Welcome to Winnipeg. All right. Coming off the runway, landing lights can come off, turn on our taxis. Alright, so not a great landing coming into Winnipeg, but there's always next time. We did bounce it just a little bit. But indeed, welcome to Winnipeg. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the gate. Double check, make sure all of our lights are on. We'll turn the bleed on. And turn off engine 1. Clear ground services, we'll get the truck set. Get power, and we'll get the jetway going. So the jetway's coming out to us right now. And they've put power in. Isolation belt open. Turn that guy off. All the anti-ice can come off. Fuel pumps can all come off. Seatbelt lights can come off. Of course, we'll turn the dome light on. That's about it, everyone. So I'd like to take this time to thank you for flying with us today. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you got any ideas where to fly next, leave those in the comments below. And with that being said, my name is AS Echo, and we'll see you on the next one.